I'm glad she's techie.
My husband and I have custody of my 16-year-old sister Mariah and my 12-year-old brother Aiden. We were basically thrown into parenthood overnight. So we're always at a track meet or a basketball game, and I need to be available so that I can be present for them. I want them to always look in the stands and see someone that they know. That's really important to us. My name is Chelsea Atkins, and Mary Kay just fits. I was born and raised here in Rocky Mount, Virginia. It is a very small town. We joke that it has more cows than people. I love to serve at my church. I love attending events. I don't mind being busy, but I do value rest. So I really do try to keep the balance. I started my business when I was 20 years old as a college student. I was very, very busy. I was studying for the LSAT to go to law school. I was in a sorority. But what I really enjoyed about Mary Kay was that I could do it whenever I had time. I had all my sorority sisters come over and try the products, and several of them still purchasing from me a decade later. Being an influencer is like the top thing that my generation and younger wants to be. This is a really cool way to do both. I love to just share my life. I almost treat social media like my public journal. A lot of times they reach out to me because they see what I'm doing because I'm constantly posting it on my social media, and they see that and they'll reach out and say, "Hey, I'd like to get one of those consultations." I love to teach them a quick, we call it dash out the door look. I show them a really easy, simple look that they can do in less than 10 minutes. I love creating a space for women to come in, and for an hour, they're not thinking about the dishes or the diapers or the bills or any of that. They're just being poured into. I have found the most incredible friendships through Mary Kay. I was a cheerleader, I was a sorority girl, I was a pageant girl. I was not lacking in the girlfriend department. When I got married, I had 13 bridesmaids. Over half of them were women that I was connected to through Mary Kay, and I just think that speaks volumes. The really great thing about Mary Kay is that it really just fits whatever part of your life that you want it to be. If you want it to just be something that you touch every now and then, it can be that. If you want it to be something that you're 100% all in, it can be that too. I have given hope to the rest of my family. I believe that that has had a really great impact on the rest of them. I'm really grateful for just all of the flexibility that I have so that I can be there for my family and all the important things. I'll never have to miss a moment.
All right, woohoo! Welcome everybody, welcome to our Cadillac Culture event. We are so happy to have you all here. So my name is Victoria Wall, and I have two of my friends here, Jessica and Lene. And we love doing this event because guess what? We are sharing our stories, our American stories, how this business has changed our lives, our favorite things about it, and we are so happy to have everybody here. Um, so if you join this event just to check us out, okay, it's like, well, whatever. I tried the products. I want to hear a little bit more about the company. That's great. You're in the right place, okay. So if you just join this event because your consultant asked you to, she's running after one of her very ambitious big goals, and just like you probably don't even know what it's all about, but she's like, you need to be there for me. So we so appreciate you guys for supporting your consultants and being there for them, and thank you so much for joining. If you're one of those who just like joined to win some free products, that's great too. I mean, who doesn't like free stuff, right? We all do. So speaking about free products, we are going to do two product giveaways during this event. So the first one we will do at the very end while we are live on this Zoom. And to get entries in this first product giveaway, you just need to comment, okay? Put in the comments your name, where you're joining us from, who invited you to this Zoom call, why your consultant is great. If you're a consultant, how long you've been a consultant, because we have consultants and guests for this event. So put something in the comments so you will start getting those entries. And so the first drawing that we will do at the very end, we will be giving away one of our new winter products, you guys. And some of you, if you're like a customer, you haven't even seen it on our websites because it's not even there yet. So, but that would be a very exclusive prize. And so this is one of our new eyeshadow sticks. Okay, so we have different shades. They're like super cute. And so yeah, this is one of my favorite colors. I don't even remember what's the name because we just got them and we are trying them pink prisms. Is it prisms? That's how you pronounce it, prisms. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you my story. I'm not from this country, so English is not my first language, so I might be making some mistakes. Okay. So I'll show you a little bit like what it looks like. It's like my lighting, like it's not really great. It's shimmery. It's like really great, and it's waterproof, you guys. Okay. So it's really cool, convenient to use because it's in a kind of in a stick. So you just apply it, and there are different shades. So you get to choose if you're the winner. You get to choose which shade you want, and we will mail it to you. So yeah, so really cute. So this is the lighter color, and this is the darker one, which I really love. Have been using it. Midnight Galaxy. Midnight Galaxy. It's a darker one. You can like mix them together. They're like really, really bold colors, and of course you wanna, just blend them. And yeah, those like really, really great colors. So this is a brand new product and super exclusive prize that you can win tonight. Okay, so put in the comments, say hello, how are you doing, how is your November going, and it's full moon today, so like put something in the comments. Okay, so get on those entries. And the second drawing would be a little bit bigger product giveaway. So it's a basket with some products, amazing products, different products. So to get entries into that main product giveaway, you just need to complete survey that your consultant is going to send you after this event. Okay, so just a couple of questions to get your feedback, and we will be giving away our secret words during this event. So one of the questions would be to put those secret words. Okay, so be sure that you write those secret words down, and when you complete in the survey, put them in there. So we will be doing the drawing for the product basket giveaway on Friday. So if you're watching this event recorded, so you still can participate in that big product giveaway. You just need to complete that survey that your consultant will send you. And we so appreciate you guys. And yeah, let me start with my story, and we will be sharing, as I said, our stories and our favorite things about this business. So I am joining this event from Westminster, Colorado, but I'm originally from Belarus. Put in the comments if you know where Belarus is. That would be cool. Yes, it will get you an entry into the drawing. So Belarus is a very, very small country. So it's in between Russia and Ukraine. And I joined Mary Kay originally 19 years ago back in my home country. So I went to the pampering session, tried some products, and just fell in love with the products, heard a little bit about the company, decided to join. I was stay-at-home mom. My daughter was 2 years old back then, and I just wanted, something fun, flexible, and a little bit of extra money, like $100 extra a month. I was not thinking I would be doing it like seriously as a business, as my career, but here I am 19 years later. I moved to the United States 9 years ago and joined Mary Kay again. And I've been in leadership position with the company, and all of us here, Jessica and Lene, we are in leadership position with the company, with directors. So it means that we teach, skincare and makeup application as all the consultants, but we also teach and train consultants. And I love that aspect too. I've earned 2 career cards with the company, a bunch of diamond rings. That's one of the perks that we have in the company. And it's like, well, I thought like I'm not a diamond girl, like I never like kind of like, oh my gosh, diamonds, but then when you earn it, and it's pretty, it's like real diamonds, you guys. Yeah, so it's like, so I earned 3 for my Mary Kay career here in the United States. And now I have blended family. I have, my daughter is 21, which is crazy. And I have 2 stepsons, 14 and 15. So love the flexibility of this business because like I worked this business through like so many different seasons of my life, being stay-at-home mom when I joined. And then I was living in Russia for some time in Moscow. And I was working full-time as a flight attendant, just doing Mary Kay for fun as a side gig. And then I moved to the United States, and I had some part-time jobs. So I love the flexibility of this business. Seriously, like the flexibility, you work when you have time, and I love being my own boss. So if you are one of those people, put in the comments if you don't like clock in, clock out, working those jobs 9 till 5. Some people are okay with that, and that's great. I mean, I am different. Like, I can't just do this. Like, I cannot. Um, I tried, I tried like work retail. It just, I don't like when people tell me what to do and when to do it. I love to be like being my own boss. But probably like one of my favorite perks of this business would be the foundational growth. Okay, so the diamonds are great. Driving a free car is amazing, and that's actually why we call our event Cadillac Culture, because Cadillac is one of the cars that we can earn in the company. Super cool. I mean, all the prizes that the company, the recognition, friends, money, because we make 50% from everything we sell, and commissions on team building. So it's all great. Flexibility, yeah, great too. But when somebody asks me like, well, what's your favorite, so like, why would you do it again and again? So I always tell people this, for me personally, and it's not for everybody, but for me personally, it's that foundational growth that happens in the process. Because for me, let's say especially the second time, when I moved to the United States, like, well, I didn't have any friends to start my business, to start pampering women. I was not even sure about my language, because my first language is Russian, and I was not even sure like if I could do it like in English. And then just I was like courageous enough to give it a try again, and just doing it, having support, having mentorship, having the celebration and the recognition in the company. So that's how I built my confidence, and that's what we do in this company. Yes, we do sell lipsticks, and that's awesome. We have amazing products. Of course, we love how we look like. You never tell like how old we are. We wouldn't tell you either. But products are great. We're number one company in the whole entire world. But that kind of like the growth that happens while you're doing this business, this is huge. So yeah, we help women to build their confidence. And I didn't see myself being a leader of the company for a long time, but then especially like my second time when I moved to the United States, like, yeah, I was like at some point like, well, if I can do all those things, I want to help women to be successful, to believe in themselves, to become the best version of themselves, to build their confidence. And it's important for women. You kind of maybe like don't think about that, but we talk to a lot of women, and they always say like, yeah, I want to be the best version of myself. I want to be great example for my kids. I want to be the best wife and friend. And so that's what happens when you join the company and you grow so much. And I would do this, I would start this business from like zero, again and again and again, just for that aspect, to be who I am now, because Mary Kay, is a huge part of it. And yeah, so my secret word, you guys, would be courageous. Yes, courageous. I am so grateful that I was courageous enough, because so many things could stop me, and all of us, from giving it a try. That's why we love sharing a little bit more about the company, what we do, what we love. And yeah, if something that touches your heart during this event, so let your consultant know. So like, oh, like, my gosh, like I was thinking about it, because we are looking for women who want to grow. So courageous is my word. And let me introduce you to my great friend. And so again, one of the perks is we make friends in this business. And so Jessica, I met Jessica through Mary Kay, and I just love you, Jessica. Like your heart, your love for the company, your love for your customers, your consultants. You just like give 100% of yourself into this, and helping women to find the best products for them to feel great, to be amazing, to grow. So I love you so much, my friend, and it's so much fun to see you running after huge goals, ambitious goals. And I love you so much, and take it away.
Thank you, Victoria. Oh my gosh, don't you guys just love hearing her story? Like, like all the just the things about, yeah, being courageous and working when you don't have the time. Working when you don't have the time and earning the diamond rings and everything. I've loved working side by side. Victoria and I are like, okay, we're both like fun, excited. Well, Lynn and A too. We're like fun, excited, pumped up about things. And whenever we get to see Victoria and I together, we're just like talking, and people probably can't even keep up with what we're saying. So we're like, and then this, and then this, and then I thought I didn't have any details in me, and I start talking to Victoria, and she was like, "That's too many details." And I'm like, "Okay, she really doesn't like details. That's where we." But it's been great working side by side with you and doing this event and Lene too. So I am Jessica. I have been a consultant in Mary Kay for 17 years. When I first got started, gosh, I was talking, I did an event last night and we were joking that I never owned a skirt. I never, never knew how to do anything like curl my hair or wear my eyeshadow or put my makeup on or any of that. And now one of my consultants said, every time I've seen you, you've been in a dress. I'm like, yes, I'm in a dress right now. And so now I prefer dresses. I don't want to wear pants ever again. I just want to wear dresses. And so it's so fun because Mary Kay can do little things for us. It can change like just how we wear, what we wear, or change how we do our makeup, or change how we take care of our skin, or change our confidence, or change our life. And it's so fun because, like Victoria says, you can work when you have time, and when you don't have time, you don't have to, right? So we're all about God first, family second, career third. And so I love that in Mary Kay because when I started 17 years ago, I was going to school for my master's degree. Well, actually, I had just graduated college. Didn't know how to talk to people, didn't know how to do any of that stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this a try. Worst case scenario, I'll get my products at 50% off because I didn't have any money. So I was like, okay, I can do half off. That makes sense. So I got started to get my products at half off. My mom had a party for me. She had all of her friends and family. My sister had a party. They had people. My aunt had a party. Her friend had a party. That person had a party. And I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, like, I just made all this extra money and I was just having fun pampering people, just spending time. We were laughing, we were joking around. I had really no idea what I was doing. You know, we had like this book, it wasn't even the flip chart. We had just like these pages and a page protector that we read from. And I had no idea what I was doing. I was just having fun and I was just working my business. Then I got hired as a sixth grade teacher. I had never set foot in a sixth grade class. I actually, to this day, don't exactly prefer sixth graders. If I had my choice of everybody in the elementary school. But I got hired as a sixth grade teacher. I completely put my business on hold. I didn't do any parties during that year, but I was still selling products. People needed reorders. And so my mom and my sister, my mom and her, not her sister, my mom and my sister, and everyone still needed all their refills of their products. So they were calling me, and I was like, I can't do parties right now. And they're like, that's okay. I just need a refill of this and this and this and this. And so I was working my business when I wasn't working my business. And that's so cool because you can work your business. Let's say you work your business in November. Well, 3 months later, 4 months later, when people need refills, you have this residual income coming in that you didn't even work for. People are needing refills. So I love that. So that got me through a couple years. And then once I kind of was like, okay, I'm back on my feet now. I'm ready to do some more. I was able to start up and do parties again. But it was so great because it's so flexible. You can choose, you know, whatever you want to do. You can choose to work when you're in college. You can choose to work when you're in high school. You can choose to work when you're doing your master's. You can choose to not work. You can kind of just do whatever. You have so many choices. And now, fast forward 17 years, I can't believe it's 17 years, but I've been a director since 2018. We've earned our first car when we were still a consultant, a group of consultants. And we shortly after that became our own unit, became a director. And I love, my whole passion is about teaching others how to be successful. So I get super excited when I talk to consultants like, oh my gosh, there's all this fun stuff that you can earn. And there's all these free products you can get. And people are like, oh my gosh, Jessica. But it's so fun because we get to just like pour into others and help people, whether it's pay off your debt that you've had for years, or whether it's make some extra money to go on a family vacation, or you know, just go to concerts. That's what I used to want to do there for a while, just go to concerts. Whatever you want to do, you can do in Mary Kay, and you have choices. You have choices to work your full-time job alongside your Mary Kay business. You have choices to put things on hold. You have choices to maybe go part-time with your other job. That's what I got to do recently. Last year I went part-time with my teaching job, and I didn't go full-time with Mary Kay. I'm still part-time with Mary Kay, and now I have family first, God first, family second, career third, and I'm able to weave my Mary Kay in there. And then now I have the choice of, now that I have a baby on the way, I can choose if I want to. I'm like, oh, it's getting closer and closer. I got to start thinking about all that stuff. But now I can choose, do I want to even come back to teaching? Like now I have such a great plan with Mary Kay that I have set up, that I've been consistent. I haven't worked steady this whole time, but I've just worked in the nuggets of pockets of my life to where I can decide what I want to do. So there's so many choices. So when we talk to new consultants, we're like, okay, there's this and this and this and this. But my favorite thing is to tell you guys all about the choices. So there's so many great things that you get to choose about your life. You can choose how you work this business. You can choose how you don't work this business. You can choose just to have friend time, fun, and all of those things. So, and now I'm happy to say we've been a unit, since 2018. We've actually earned 5 free cars. We get to pick up our 5th free car on Thursday. So if you live in Colorado and you're close to Inglewood area, come to the car pickup party on Thursday at 4 o'clock to pick up our 2026 Equinox. If someone would have told me 17 years ago you would have been earning 5 cars, I would have been like, I don't even know like if I could do that. I'm just shy. I don't even know how to talk to people. And here we are just pouring a belief into people and teaching others how to do the same thing. It just helps with so many things, earning diamond rings and going on trips. And like Victoria talked about, the products and the diamonds and everything, like it's so much fun. But yet literally take all that away from me and just help me, I could work with my consultants and my people and just learn about how to truly help people feel amazing in their skin, feel amazing inside, and just we can change lives through this Mary Kay, kind of like a ministry, right? So my word tonight is fearless, because when you start, you're like, I don't even know. There's so many things going on. So many of you on here right now are new consultants that just got started in your business, and it's like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. But if you can have, if you can have the thought of being fearless, okay? Just going out there, just talk to people, get their opinion, see who you can talk to, see who you can meet, and just don't let anything stop you. Then you can do anything in this business. So that is my secret word, fearless. So I'm excited to pass it on to Miss Lene. She is our new friend in Mary Kay. Well, I can't say new anymore. It's been like a year, but new friend in Mary Kay. I love hearing about her stories. I love hearing the culture that she has. She's learned from Mary Kay herself, and has a pink Cadillac, and we're just loving just hearing from her and learning about her amazing expertise in this business. So take it away, Lene.
Okay, well, thank you. It's always blessed to hear both of you. It just help me. It makes it go. I remember when, because we all have a time when we start. We all have a time when we get out of our comfort zone, like for the very first time, or where we like did something we haven't done before, But it's so the word culture. I'm so glad you guys named this event Cadillac Culture, because the more you think about it, the Mary Kay culture is where to be. The world's culture, I'm telling you, it goes all over the place. I can tell you, when I started Mary Kay, the culture was one way. Of course, Mary Kay, though, she was steadfast. She wanted you to follow the Mary Kay culture. She didn't hide who she was with her faith. She was a follower of Jesus and believed in all his teachings. She would tell you right to your face. It didn't matter. You could say things too, and people wouldn't get upset or sensitive. You didn't have to you just could talk. So I'm just going to talk, because I don't know how to do anything else, because I've been in this pink bubble for 32 years and I've been able to talk and say whatever I want. But I haven't gotten any black eyes. So we're virtual now, so I don't think I will get any. I guess you could learn to throw tomatoes on here or something. I don't know. But anyway, it's so important to be aware of the culture that you're in, right? Oh my goodness, because culture is usually wrong. Whatever the correct. But the Mary Kay culture, you'll hear that word a lot. So Mary Kay, her principles and values are the same yesterday, today, and forever, because she followed God's rules. And so that's really good for a good foundation, especially if the best thing I got from Mary Kay was like really taking God as your business partner. Not that God needs us, but we need him. She was very humble, because you'll learn in school, or you'll learn, to be what the world says to be successful. And Mary Kay, it's totally different. She was all about, becoming everything God created you to be. No comparing, no me, me, me plan. All serve, 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 serving others, serving others. And she would give us, like, we get a charm, would have the big shovel and the little shovel. And she would always say, you know, God's shovel is bigger than ours, you know, and she'd always have a Bible verse for it and everything. But she was definitely bold for her day, fearless for her day, for sure, and courageous. And when she started, we call this Cadillac culture. Okay, so the Cadillac is like culture in Mary Kay because she really did design it. Now that I've done it through so many different cultures, and hindsight's 2020. I'm oh my goodness. Anybody, you can if you do it the Mary Kay way, and your goal is to get that pink Cadillac, it's there for whoever one's willing to do the work. There is no secret. Just do it the Mary Kay way, you know. And it's funny because when I went on Target for my first Cadillac, because like let me see, I've had 16 cars, and then I go back into requalification in January for the new electric Cadillac. Okay. So, and I had to like, God deals with us all individually because we're all so different, right? And it's a personal thing, but it was like, I was really coming under conviction because, you know, all these young whippersnappers and all the virtual stuff. Cause I was like, so old school because you learn that way. Old school is great because you can take that with you. I value everything I've learned over the years because it can be an asset to what's going on today. But you have to embrace change. And so I'm okay, I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to embrace it. But it took me a while to embrace it because once you've been in Mary Kay 32 years and I'm almost 70 years old, you know, you get kind of stubborn, right? You get a little lukewarm. Like, do I really have to, you know, learn over again or something, you know? So I feel like I'm a brand new consultant. It's so funny because God knows you better than you know yourself, but I work according to need level. I don't know what my issue is. I can't just do it just because I want a trip or I want this. I work kind of according to need level, you know, what I want, when I want it. I don't want to be stressed about money, but it's just like money isn't my king. Okay. When I don't have it, then think, oh, I need it. Right. And you're in California, you always need it. So anyway, so I just came under conviction to just be like just a consultant lately and learn this whole virtual world, watching Jessica and all these young people. Oh my gosh. But oh my gosh. So it's been so enlightening because I can compare it to the past. So I did 30 faces in October. I haven't done 30 faces in years. In years. You can see more faces virtually than you can in person, especially in today's culture, depending upon probably where you live too, because California, gas is expensive, traffic, so people can't even get where they want to go. So I think you have to follow your personal business conviction wherever you are and have a strategy for where you are. But virtual is not going away, and some people do it all virtual because you got to remember the people born today, they're born with cell phones in their hands, right? I mean, it's just so different. But I just love the way they've kept the opportunity. Doesn't matter what culture, you can still earn a Cadillac. Yeah. And so, and don't, but you don't have, being average is, you learn so much in Mary Kay, so conviction can come real easy. Okay. But some of you might not remember, I don't know if you, Jessica or Victoria, if you remember Rena Tarbett, but she was like an icon in Mary Kay, one of, you know, Mary Kay's top one. And it says timeless leadership. Average is not a good word. Average is as close to the top as it is to the bottom. Everyone can be average. So I don't want to be average. Do you want to be average? No. We want to be bold. We want to be courageous. We want to be fearless because you can't do anything great for God unless you are. And it's so worth it if you learn it in the Mary Kay culture, you know, because what is the abundant life? It's the who you become. It's not my title. It's not because I'm a Catholic. So it's who I become in the process. It's the total package. And that's what Mary Kay was all about. Even you can hear her quotes and everything. They better not change any of her quotes. They drive me crazy. You know, because when you call the company, you know, when she's telling her story on the phone, they need to leave it alone and leave it her words. You can't change Icon's words, right? That's just wrong. Okay. I'm going to talk to that grandson, make sure he's not part of that. Okay. But I learned so much from that woman. I want to honor her. It's weird. It's like when you honor somebody, it is very biblical to honor those that come before you. Nobody can say something bad about Mary Kay to me. You know, I'm right there, you know, sticking up for her. I am. She was just she was everything. She was just so humble. She was just the real deal. And what's really cool is anybody can come into Mary Kay today. She is still alive and with the company if you seek her out. I am convinced of that because she's been gone since 2001, but still family-owned business. But her goal was that we'd raise up enough leaders so we can pass it on like she wanted it passed on. You can't always control what a company's going to do, even if it is family-owned. But she knew that we could raise up, like Rena Tarba could raise up leaders like Mary Kay, and I can pass on what I got from Mary Kay. So I feel like I know Mary Kay better today than I did when I had her in person. I know exactly what she would do in a situation, and it's a lot different than a lot of advice people get these days too. So I think it's cool that we can I'm just honored to like pass on what she's passed on to me, and I'm so proud of things I did in the past, not even knowing. Like Mary Kay, they've been writing reports on Mary Kay in elementary and in high school at Lancaster Baptist School for almost 20 years. I just love that. I just love that. And that's just because my kids went to school there. I was a Mary Kay lady who worked, whose husband didn't come to church and, they think I'm out partying or whatever. And so, Christians can be judgy. Yes, Christians can be judgy. And so, and then the teacher just came out one day to me. She goes, I heard some things about Mary Kay. Can you bring me some info on her? And it was just right. Now, God's timing is perfect, you guys. And your faith will grow in Mary Kay, if nothing else. And then you're better off. I'm just telling you. So Mary Kay died on Thanksgiving Day. She had just passed. I had got her video of her memorial. I had gotten all this stuff because I was in her. She was my national. I was in the Go Give area. Right. And so I brought it all to the school and I was just all puffed up because, people just think I sell lipsticks. But I'm a whatever. Yeah. You know how people are. You're right. Little sinners. Okay. Yeah, but that's okay. So you learn from those experiences. You don't get upset over, you learn from those experiences. You learn from those experiences and you just embrace where God's going to take that. And so and I was just like, loved it. He said, Mary Kay is better than most people we have on the list. I just love it. And so every year around time to do reports, I get, they look me up because do I have anything their daughter could wear, any information on Mary Kay? And of course I do. Of course I do. Right. So I am part of it, right, for my conviction, because everybody's journey is different. Mary Kay, yes, I'm very convicted to like stay in the Cadillac till I'm never going to retire. I can't retire. So I just don't know how to retire. Okay. So, and I feel like I'm just starting because like all these years of learning stuff, where am I supposed to do with it? Retire it? Right? Heck no. No. So this new way, because I feel so virtual. Okay. I don't know what to do with it. So what's cool is, and I don't know if this is the right word for it, but anybody who starts their business now, in my opinion, I think in a way, if you buckle down and get your systems in place, it's easier and you can see more faces. The key is, I don't know if easy is the right word, but I can see a lot more faces virtually just because the way culture is. People don't have time for diddly squat, right? But you have to learn how to work it because it's still about building relationships and knowing people and follow up. And I'm learning a lot through this virtual and follow up. Is a little bit different type of follow up, and then I still see people in person too, but it's still you've got to know. Mary Kay says you're standing still unless you're moving forward. You've got to be relevant to the today. There's some things you'll never change, but to have the wisdom and the discernment to know what it is to change. And I don't know it's nice to know, who wants to be boring. So I'll just close with this. And it says, God's timeless word. So don't allow your hearts to grow dull or lose your enthusiasm, but follow the example of those who fully received what God has promised because of their strong faith and patient endurance. And that's why the Cadillac program, the legacy of the Cadillac program, it's like 60 years old now, that Cadillac program, right? And everybody knows what the Cadillac is, right? They know it's Mary Kay, right? Yeah. So I just encourage everybody that learn about Mary Kay can help you in other things in life. It has helped all my kids. They might never sell Mary Kay or they might for reason, but they are who they are because like they came to me when they have a problem. They come to me when they need money. We have the Mary Kay money bags, you guys, back when we did money. Now everything's virtual, but I could go on and on and on. But anyway, so I think that's it. That's all. Oh, and my word is boldness.
Awesome. Thank you, Lene. Oh my gosh, don't you guys love her story? She's like, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get started in this business. I love how you said too that Mary Kay can help you in all aspects of your life. It's so true. And that we're staying relevant. We can work so many different areas, work virtual. We can do, work this business anyway. And so if you guys heard something, I know many of you are consultants, some of you are watching the replay, some of you are going to be watching the replay, some of you are watching live. But if you heard something from our stories that you're like, you know what, this has been, something in my heart is just telling me that I need to give it a try, then we have some options tonight. So as you heard, all of our stories are so different, which is so good because you can do anything you want in this business. You don't have to work it how I work it. You don't have to be like me and Victoria and Lene, you don't have to be like us. You can be like yourself and you can decide how this business is going to work for you. So if you heard anything tonight that's like, wow, this really, oops, this is not the right sheet. This really resonates with me, or this is something, oh my gosh, hold on one second. Technical difficulties. If you heard anything tonight that just really resonates with you, that you're like, you know what, I really want to give this a try. We have some different ways how you can get started. I thought I was ready to go. I'm not ready to go. Hold on one second.
Yeah, so
Okay.
just a quick reminder while Jessica is getting ready that information for you guys. Put something in the comments, because that's how you get those entries into the drawing for one of those, and consultants and guests, everybody, okay, who comments while we are live on Zoom. So we will be giving away one of those newest products. I mean, consultants, get excited, guests, get excited. Eyeshadow sticks. There are several shades. I don't even remember, 5 or 6, because it's a new product. We're still learning about the new products. And yeah, I remember like I applied them at the beginning, and you see like they're waterproof. They're like, yeah, stay. And they're like really cool. They're like shiny. So you put in the comments, and we at the end, if we have a couple of minutes, we will try to, save the time for questions. Put some questions in the comments, so we will because this is the opportunity for you guys to ask any questions you want about the business, about the company, about us, and we will be sure that we will answer some of those questions, and again, it will get you additional entries into the drawing. Okay, all right, so be sure.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you, Victoria. Okay, so these are the deals that we have right now. So option 1 is to get started with the kit. So for $125, you get over $400 worth of full retail products. So if you're like, you know what, I'm ready to go run this business anywhere, I want to do pampering sessions in the park or in the backyard or wherever you want to do pampering sessions at, for $125, you have over $400 worth of products to do in-person sessions and virtual sessions. You get the skincare set, you get all the supplements, you get some makeup products. So you have everything to get started and run your business. Plus, you actually get everything that's in the $35 e-start, which is your website, which is our card processing, your samples. So for $125, you're going to get everything that you see on this screen. Remember how we talked about choices, right? You can also just get started for $35. $35 gets you in the door. You get your website, you get your card processing, you get everything that you want as well with this option. So you have a $35 deal, or you have a $125 deal. So you have 2 options with that. So yes, put some questions in the chat. I'm going to put us all back up on the screen so that we can answer any questions that you guys have. So what are some questions? Okay, I see one here. It says, how do you overcome someone saying that the past Mary Kay breaks them out? Let's go to Lene for that one. What would you say if someone says that Mary Kay products break them out, break their skin out?
Okay. Well, that objection, so the objections haven't changed in 62 years. Okay. So it depends on the person I'm talking to, but sometimes common sense will kick in too, because if you're meeting this person, or if depends on how you're meeting this person, or if you already know or whatever, because you connect with somebody, they'll have a facial with you. A lot of the typical things that what I would say when I was a new consultant, just ask me how long it's been. If it's been a long time, I would love to get their opinion of the new products today. If you're a consultant already had, some of you who come into Mary Kay had sensitive skin, so you're really good at overcoming that objection. So, but I've had conversations with people. God blesses the conversation, because I can talk to somebody in the parking lot. At first she's no, by the time we're in with the conversation, she's a yes. So I'm just saying, or you're asking because that's how you're learning, right? You ask the question. You'll get a freebie over here because you talk to this person over here. But it's little just like common sense. You'll know what to say depending upon what they say, because we can give you scripts and everything like that. And we have tons of scripts, but you're never going to be 100% sure what they're going to say. Right. So it's a lot of just common sense and just doing the right thing, and that's why I love it. Our products are guaranteed. Right. And my goodness, since I've been in, hardly anybody is sensitive to because we're so customized now that we can find something for everybody. So and then just you can have fun. Depending on your personality type, I go, well, you haven't had a facial with me yet. So let's, because to me, everybody that's difficult, I love, because I know I can make Mary Kay work for them. And very rarely I can't. And if you'll know if they're good, because they'll want to work with you. and they'll always remember that. They don't want to work with you, then move on, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, Lene. Yep, definitely ask questions, get more information, find out what was breaking them out. And yep, our skin products have changed by, by now. So exactly everything you said is perfect. Another question is, how do you get people to do pampering sessions? I've gone through connections. I'm not getting people who want to do anything. Victoria, can you take that one?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, as I understand, this is a question from a consultant, right? Brand new consultant. So yeah, we all start with our circle of friends, right, and family. But guess what? For me, I didn't have friends or family when I moved. Okay, I didn't have the support, system. So I started from church actually. Okay, so and I'm pretty sure like your director will help you to with to find the ways how to find people. We have and Jessica, is it your consultant? So yeah, I'm pretty sure you have that document which is called 100 ways how to get leads. 100 ways, you guys. Okay, so yeah, we all start with that circle of friends, but there are so many other ways where to find people, and we're looking for those people who want to help you out because you're a new consultant, to be your practice face, or maybe it's been a while they tried Mary Kay and it's time for them to try again. So, and we do like facial boxes. This is one of my favorite ways to do it. We get referrals, so it's like you just need, again, Mary Kay is a skill based business. Basically, you need to learn that skill. It's nothing about you, your personality. You just need to learn that skill to find people to pamper. So I have so many. I mean, I don't even, so it's so many. So just listen to your director. And this is one of the beautiful things about this culture, again, because every new consultant has a mentorship built into the company. So you don't need to invent, right, Lene? You don't need to invent anything. Everything for these 62 years already has been invented. Okay, just ask your director. She's your best mentor, your best trainer. So ask her. She 100% has the answer, and she would 100% help you with that.
Yes, great response. Yes, I love that. We're not in business by ourselves. We can call up. I used to call up my director every single day and be like, I have another question. I have another question. I have another question. And I was like, sorry, I'm bothering you. She's like, you're never bothering me, and you're never bothering any of us. We love questions from you guys. It might take us a minute to get back to you, but we will. I saw another question come across. How many sessions would you say you have to do in order to get Mary Kay to replace your full-time job? So I think it varies, but person to person. A good thing when Mary Kay's training us and we're learning from different things, 30 faces in 30 days is always like a great goal that we go for. The average person usually buys about $100 in products from you. That's a Mary Kay average. So it depends on how much you want to bring in with your full-time job. So what we do is when you become a new consultant, we kind of look at what your why is. How much are you wanting to bring in? How much are you wanting to pay off your debt? How much are you wanting to, we're like looking at your goals and your why, and we're really looking at what that would look for you. So someone might need, an extra $500 a month, someone might need an extra $5,000 a month, but we're looking at really what that money, where that can go. And so we customize it for each person. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for with that. Anyone want to add to that, Lene or Victoria?
Um, but just maybe, yeah, having a strategy for your situation, because some people are single moms, so definitely a strategy for your situation. But just the basic, because there's no norms. Some people go really fast. Sometimes it's just timing, right? But just for example, when I started, my husband hadn't worked in 2 years, but my why was I wanted to be home with my kids. I did not want a job. I already had debt and all that because he hadn't worked in 2 years. But it was just the personality type. I didn't want a job. To me, they just took too much time, and then you don't get paid enough. Not everyone's going to do that, but it's just what I did. And so, but it made me work because I work according to need level. So when I first started, I worked about 10 hours a week. You don't, because you start at zero, right? But you can get more done now. I want you to learn virtual too than you could back in the olden days, but it still worked in the olden days. So it's basically 30 faces is always imagined. You don't have to do them one at a time. So I would do, 3 to 5 appointments a week. I try to be consistent, so some weeks I was, some weeks I wasn't, but I was just, and I wasn't a super achiever or anything, just kind of like steady Eddie. I'm just boring, steady Eddie. And I earned my first car. because you had to do that before you became a director before, and you had to take the 4 months. You couldn't do it early. So but Mary Kay said, always outgrow minimums. Outgrow minimums. So I earned my first car. And when I went to go pick up that first car, I looked back at the work I did. I said, I could have done more, but you're just a car, right? Okay. And then it was the pink Grand Prix for a second, then it was right into the Cadillac. Just outgrow minimums, because if you're consistent in your business, it's easier to outgrow minimums, right? Yeah. Remember, Mary Kay started this so that you could keep your priorities, God first, family second, career third. She didn't want you to be work, 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 work. Right? So you can earn a Cadillac, you can earn an executive income. Through a business like this, you don't have to work at 80 hours a week. You just have to do it the Mary Kay way and have a plan and work your plan and be consistent. There's no secret. It's the same today, as it was back in the day.
Yes. I love that. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, thank you guys so much for asking amazing questions. We're going to do the live, right, Victoria, is it time for the live giveaway?
Yeah, drawing. Yeah.
The live drawing. Okay, here I put everyone in the wheel. So let's see who our winner is. Here we go. I need to figure out how to add music to get it more excited. Let's see who our winner is. Who's gonna be? It's right in the line. Denise! Awesome! Denise, you're getting a brand new product, so we'll get that to you. Awesome! Woohoo! Thank you guys so much for being on tonight. Victoria, did you want to add anything?
Yeah, and just be sure that if you're a guest, so your consultant will send you the link for a short survey, and that's how you get those entries into the main drawing for a basket of free products. Okay, so be sure that you complete it by Friday. That's when we are going to do drawings. If you're watching it recorded, you still have some time to do that as well. And we truly would love to hear your feedback about this event, and that's what the survey is about. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here, and consultants and guests. And I hope everybody's having a great, what is it, Tuesday?
Yes.
I was like,
wait
a minute.
Don't even know what day it is. When you're having so much fun in your Mary Kay business, you don't even know what day it is.
And great week as well. Okay, bye, everybody.
All right.